everybody. I would like to thank you for tuning in to Her Little Pink Couch. This is our 4th episode. I'm going to let my guest introduce herself and tell us all a little bit about herself before we get started.
Hello, I'm Shantae. They call me Miss Private Pleasures, which is the name of my business. And a little bit about myself. I'm 38, 2 kids. My son will be 20 at the end of December. And yes, I have a 2-year-old baby girl. But yeah, and I definitely sell sex toys, as you can see. But sex toys, lingerie, also do model, little acting as well. And I just like the vibe. You know, I'm a whole vibe is what I call it. That's who I am, a whole vibe.
Let's go. Can you tell our guests a little bit about your business, the entrepreneur part of why you started this, and just get them a little bit about what you're selling?
Yes, I've always had a fetish when it came to toys, sex toys, but not such a fetish as far as actually using them, but just been into them. And so I've been living in Atlanta for the past 10 years, and I've been back here for 4 years. And I'm like, I gotta invest into something. You know, I needed something to do. I wanted to buy a house. That didn't work out for me. A lot of other things I wanted to try. It wasn't a green light. So then, you know, I was like, okay, well, I need to invest this money into something. Maybe I do sexy clothes. So me and my cousin, you know, we trying to sit up there, think of a name and everything. And one day it was like 6 in the morning. Big shout out to Kayla, my cousin, because she's the one that came up with the name.
Hi, Kayla.
But yeah, so she called me at 6 and she like, Shantae, private pleasures. I'm like, private pleasures? What's private pleasures? She was like, that's the name of your business. It's private pleasures. Then I thought like, that works. I likes that. So then next thing I know, everything was a green light with it. And that's when I was like, wait a minute, that need to be a sex store. You know, so it all became a part of me. So everything that I'm selling, I also do sell lingerie as well. Anything that's sexy, because it's just who I am. So I took myself and branded it into my business, and, you know, doing it in the form of a way of, it's okay to have sex toys. It's okay to play with them. It's okay to be sexy. It's okay to feel sexy. So, you know, now I don't just sell sex toys or anything. It also comes with a message behind it for us women to be comfortable with who we are, look lovely, and let your passion run wild. It's okay.
I love it. So why do you think like sex is so taboo? Like, why are we so scared to talk about it? Even as adults, like it's always known like the private thing, and everybody seems kind of embarrassed to talk about it. Like, why do you think it's so taboo?
Because I feel like maybe people, they're not comfortable. You know, they're not comfortable. They may feel like they can't produce certain ways or certain things, but everybody's who they are. You definitely have to be comfortable. You'll be surprised at what you actually can produce. To me, when it comes to sex, it's more than just sex. It's the chemistry. Even with the toys, it's the chemistry, you know, with everything. You know what I mean? So it's just, you have to be very comfortable, and it's okay. Like, my first sexual experience was with myself first, ever.
Okay.
So I was, you know, it was just the fact, like, that's when I understood what my aura was. I do have a high sexual drive, but it's the way that you do, you know, my high sexual drive doesn't mean like, oh, I got to go sleep with this person or this person, hop on. Like, no, it's just like, I just love feeling sexy. I love being seductive, and I love the chemistry. So I found that within myself. And so I'm able to produce that when I'm in a bedroom with someone just as well, but he has to pull that chemistry up out of me in order. So yeah, we have to be comfortable with ourselves and understand us first. You know, we got to be able to, once you really tap in tune with who you are, the pleasure, even on the pleasure side, everything else as you as a person will definitely show.
Absolutely. My next question to you would be, what is entrepreneurship to you?
Well, I would say first leader, motivation, but you know, someone, like I tell people, take your passion and make it your paycheck, you know. So
That's
just
dope.
something that you into and you make it your own and you just take over, you know. That's entrepreneurship for me, you know. It's just the fact, like, you know, working for yourself, but you building, and you just, you know, once you put in, how can I put this, like, you put in that motivation, you put in that effort, and also, you know, once you see that it's leadership role as well, you know, you just take over.
Yes, that's dope. Last question before we get spicy. What does the word women's empowerment mean to you?
Uplifting other women,
Yes.
being strong, supporting each other, being there for each other, you know, as a union. We as women have the power.
Absolutely.
In so many ways.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to stick together, you know, and just, you know, and carrying ourselves a certain way out here. No matter what you're doing, it's just certain ways that you should carry yourself and you should produce yourself, you know. And we just need to support each other big time. You know, stop hating on each other, stop looking at each other, worried about she gonna be better than me.
Exactly.
This, that, and the third. You know, we gotta we all work together, learn from each other.
Yeah.
You know, definitely
Absolutely.
learn. Because that's why I learned a lot of things from women. You know, boss women. You know, I was quiet, was able to observe them, watch them, and it's like, okay, I'm learning. So I'm moving how I move in my lane, but on a boss level is what I was seeing.
Okay. That's dope. We do this thing here on her little pink couch where I ask every guest to describe themselves in 5 words in 60 seconds.
Oh, start?
Yeah, you can go.
Sexy, classy. No, sexy, classy, beautiful. And I'm not talking about just the outside, it's my inner. Fun, again, a whole vibe, seductive, outgoing, leadership, motivation, nurturer.
I love it.
A goddess, a queen, all in one.
I love it. All right, y'all been sending in questions all morning, so we gonna dive into some questions here. Our first question, this one is for me actually. Since I do the 5 things about describing yourself, I want to spice it up today. So this one says, name your celebrity crush and 5 things you would like to do to them in 60 seconds.
My celebrity crush. Listen, this is funny though. I used to be crazy about Jacquees. Big shout out to you, Jacquees. But one day, bruh, he posted up a picture, him in his drawers. I don't know what he was doing, but he lost me.
Oh man!
I was like, oh no, why did he do that? Right? My feelings hurt.
Oh,
what can I do with that? No.
He was in itty bitty committee.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
He just thought, like, that's what I said. He just thought that he was doing something right. I'm like, why did I have to see that? That just messed up my life. So, but as far as a celebrity crush, I never but I never really. Let me see. Who can I think?
You don't really got one.
Yeah, I really don't. But I just say Tate. No, you know what? I sure do. Lorenz Tate.
Okay.
Man,
yeah,
you know what?
Right.
Lorenz Tate. Listen, Lorenz. Okay.
If you're watching this, Lorenz, listen up.
But yes, man. If I ever came across him, yes, I feel like, man, he might bring out the best of my seduction. I would draw that man into me so hard and have him into me. I would have him stuck and I would have to put it on him. And so, like, I would have never thought that I can anyway. Yeah, Lorenz Tate, definitely.
Okay. Yeah. My second question is, what is the dirtiest text message that you ever sent someone? Kids, do not watch this show.
Right.
Don't peep in today.
You know what? Let me get off my line now. The dirtiest text I ever sent someone, you know, relationship wise, I can say, you know, he'd be at work and I done sent, you know, messages of me, you know, playing with the rose.
Okay.
You know, just giving him a message of a good shot. You know, with some
what's in store
stuff.
for you get home.
Yeah. Nice
Okay.
shot with the coming out of it. You know? And he be like, whoa, that's the whole purpose. You want to mess their head up at work. Like, look at here, I'm ready for you. I can't wait till you get home.
Right. That's dope. My third question is, do you think sexual chemistry is important? And you actually touched on that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, sexual chemistry is so very important because you cannot produce to anybody and everybody, but you can produce with somebody you definitely have that chemistry
Absolutely.
with. Like for me personally, he has to, like they say, fuck my mind. You fuck my mind, and I get you in my face. That's you already did that part, so now my chemistry, is on 10. Right. So it's gonna come out. So sexual chemistry is definitely the main important thing because I can't even lay down with nobody if I don't have no sexual chemistry, and you have to fuck my mind for that sexual chemistry.
That is true. Okay, my fourth question is actually from one of my Facebook followers. He don't want to be mentioned. But he said, why is my wife never wet for me anymore without using a lubrication? She had to think, I gotta take a sip on that too.
You ready for this? Ready for this, bruh? Personally, I would think that she's not into you anymore. Because with a woman, you could think that a woman could be dry, whatever, but it be that, man, you have to really, you turn her on. You have to really turn her on to get her, aroused or whatever. Then on top of that, what are you? Yeah. Then on top of that, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? For her to, y'all just going straight at it. How long have you been married? You got to keep that chemistry going with her. You know what I mean? You got to keep, doing little things that, keep her smiling. And just, you got to know what her love language is to keep hitting that. And that pussy would definitely stay moist for you. Exactly. But if it's not, it's something that you're not doing it. She's not feeling it at that moment.
Think about what you used to do that turned her on.
Right.
You got to get the engine back going. Yeah. My next question is from She Want to Be Mentioned. This is my coworker, Talia, my friend. She said, why can I not achieve an orgasm without external stimulation? Is there anything that I can do that will help me have an orgasm without external stimulation? My boyfriend feels that he's inadequate. However, it feels good. I just can't achieve an orgasm without basically playing with a toy while they're having sex.
Yeah, I feel you. I just say I would need stimulation for me to have an orgasm. Yeah. But yeah, it's me. It's my mental, your imagination. You know what I mean? Like I use a lot of imagination, and I could be, even when I be to myself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even need toys. But it just be the imagination for me. So that's what I would say. Utilize your imagination, and you got to be comfortable. You got to put your mindset and just let you be in the mood. You got to really just be in that mood.
I think us as women, I feel like all of us kind of still need that little extra and that little stimulation to get us going. I don't think that that's nothing out of the ordinary, honestly.
Yeah, that's all right. I feel you, girl. That's normal.
Yeah, so you okay, Talia? It's not you, baby. My sixth question would be, what do you do if your partner likes to role play, but you like to be the quiet one while being intimate? How do you get into role playing more to please your partner?
One of my favorites, because a lot of dudes that I would come across, like, they're not used to the type of woman that I am. but they will be so entreated, you know what I mean? And because I love to role play. They might not be used to it, but you gotta. It's just the way that you do it when you role play. You gotta really be sexy with that. You have to. Like my biggest thing is seduction. You have to draw like ass. I don't need to just have my ass in the nigga face for him to be drawn. I can draw you into my eyes just being seductive, and that's how you capture that man's attention. And once you got his eyes locked, then you role play. Like I love to dance, you know what I mean? Even when it comes to music, and I'm with my partner, you know what I mean, just putting on some nice music, and then I might just get up, and I was like, I'll be right back. I come out the bathroom, which is whatever outfit that I have on, hair done, everything. You would think we about to go somewhere, whatever, but no, it's just capture that attention, and when you capture that attention, you just role play with that. He's gonna follow suit with that, and when you role play, take the control. You know what I mean? Because then, you got him. He what he gonna do? Right.
I think to me personally, that's the most funnest thing in role playing because you can be somebody who you are not normally in the bedroom.
I got a whole bunch of different wigs.
Yeah, you take control over that character.
Yes.
So definitely get into role playing. It's pretty fun.
It's fun. Real fun. Handcuffs and everything.
Yes. You can be a cop, whatever you want to be. My 7th question would be, do you think couples can totally be happy with each other and still desire threesomes?
Yes.
Mommy don't watch.
but yes, like I'm not like into threesomes like that, right? But I have an open mind when it comes to it. I'm not afraid to talk about it. So let's talk about it because I feel like there's levels to it. I feel like a lot of people take it the wrong way when they do threesomes. Now, for example, I could, I will, if I was to do a threesome, he would have to be my husband. It's just something to me personally that turns me on a little bit when it comes to that. And it's because of the loyalty and what we have, me and my husband have us an understanding. That's what turns me on. Now, that's what will keep it fun. Like, so we go to Vegas and them girls, we're going to pay to have a great time. We're not in Cleveland, we're not bringing nobody we know. Not nobody you know. We're not doing it all the time. It's every blue moon, and you go and you pay to have a good time. Like I would say, like if I get married, me and my husband, we go to Vegas, and I'm black. We don't need another black girl. We gonna get 2 different kinds of other race. Just make it fun and give him his spark. Now it's funny because I had a friend. In Atlanta, me and her was talking about threesomes, and she been with her dude at that time for like almost 10 years. So one day she was like, he want me to give a threesome or blah blah. I said, well, why don't you? She looked at me, she said, girl, you crazy. She was like, the girl might suck his dick better than me. The girl might fuck him better than me. But it's like, so like I told her, that's what you worried about? Right. You've been with that man for almost 10 years. First of all, you bring somebody to the bedroom, girl, he having fun, but when he hit that, with you, it's going to hit different.
It's different,
because it's like, okay, like.
Absolutely.
And I was like, you want her, and she best, because they're good. The hell, what's the whole point?
Exactly.
But there's no comparison because, again, chemistry and the love is what really makes sex. It's just, it's fun when they're inviting somebody else into the bedroom. But for you, it's deeper when he hitting your pussy. Everything is feeling so much different. And it's about trust, and that's why there's levels to that. So you just got to know how to move, and it starts with trust and obviously loyalty.
Trust. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, if you don't got that, your nigga ain't trustworthy, don't you
don't do it.
Don't do it. But
and that's another thing too. I think females can't decipher the fact and not understanding. You basically have to think like a man in that situation. Because to me, I feel like a man, they can go out and have fun with literally no strings attached. But for women, for us, sometimes it's more personable. We're not just going to be open to, sleep with a man, like just having fun, like this is that. Some of us are. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, in that situation, you have to know your man, number one. Be comfortable with yourself. And like you said, trust that even though we're having fun, the chemistry that you and him have is totally different. He's having sex with her, but he's always making love to you.
And it's just fun, and I mean, you spice it up.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that is dope. This is another question from one of our male friends. He said, how do you find the G spot? How do you know? I mean, how do you make a female come and keep coming?
The rose. But yeah, see, the difference is, that rose will have a female coming and coming and coming and coming and coming and coming, so many times back to back. A man, like, he will get tired. You can't last that long, but you do have some that can have her keep coming, but you just gotta know when you please her, what is her satisfaction? Like for me, of course, I love it when I'm receiving head. So therefore, when you between, you gotta, it's ways you do that shit. First it's just ways you do everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take your time and you can please me and I can come and just, you gotta take your time. Yeah. That's it. Just take your time. You have her keep come caress her body.
Yeah.
Her whole body.
It's not always about jackhammering and you just gotta let us relax, get back in the groove.
Yeah.
And it will happen.
Yeah, to make her feel like a woman.
Absolutely.
And as she get in that groove, just caress her. Just keep caressing her to keep it coming, but
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. This next question is from a female friend. She said, what are some ways to perform oral sex on your man without gagging?
I'm always gagging.
Me too. I can't help you with that.
That shit go down my throat. I'm trying to forward a little bit. Like, wait a minute. But me, I would say, like, if I'm, into that person, because I can't, again, a lot of things that I do and produce, a lot of us we can't do that with just any and everybody. Oh, yeah. But when you come across that one, and if it's your husband or something, like, it's like making love to the dick. You make love to the dick, and you just caress it slowly. But when you into it, and if you first of all, you gotta be into it.
Absolutely.
First and foremost, but when you into it, and as you making love, you'll be surprised at how deep throat you gonna go, because you into it. Your chemistry is there, and it's allowing you comfortable, so it's allowing you to be able to produce. It's gonna allow you to relax your throat a little bit. You're not gonna be thinking about gagging. You're gonna be thinking about pleasing that man.
Yeah, absolutely. And sidebar, some men like when you gag, so don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, because I be gagging on purpose sometimes too.
Yeah.
But they
absolutely.
They want to feel like they choking you. So give them that illusion.
Right. My 10th question would be, how to keep a man aroused after he's already ejaculated?
Well, how can I put this?
Get it back up.
Yeah, I know, but see, that's the thing. Like, like for me, it just be different, because like when we done, I still be on my sexy shit, and they still aroused, they still want more. So I guess just you still being on your sexy shit and caress his body as well. You know what I mean? And
keeping him stimulated.
Yeah. You might have to shake some ass a little bit.
Yeah. Number 11. Unspoken sexual desires, the things that people like to do but are afraid to talk about. What if you are too freaky for your partner?
Yes, I have been.
Okay. Are you guilty of that? Huh?
Right, I'm definitely guilty of that. That's how my last relationship was. I felt like I was too much of a freak for him. And I thought, like, well, what do when want a freak?
Yeah.
But so you just gotta find somebody that's has to match that level.
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes. My 12th question to you would be, what are some things you suggest to keep things spicy in the bedroom? How do you keep it spicy?
Well, I like to be, again, as I keep talking about, seductive. So, like, for example, you know, if he at work, you know, he come home, I'm cooking a full course meal, a good, nice meal, but I'm in lingerie, my hair done.
Right.
I got my heels on, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. I might have a robe on, and he don't know, but so I might fix his plate, but then after he gets his food, I'm dropping that robe, and you know, it's like, bam. So it's just little stuff that you can actually do at home as far as the female, you know, with keeping the bedroom spicy, you know. And then, of course, you know, bringing, if you went to threesomes, you know what I mean? Doing that on the sense of a form. If you went to toys as well, you know what I mean? Doing that. And it's fun. There's levels to everything, but it's
it
fun.
is. It's fun. What are some ways to keep your sex drive up? Like, do you think watching porn, pleasuring yourself, like what are some ways to keep you in the mood like constantly?
I will watch porn when I'm in the mood. But I have imagination. But what keeps my sex drivers going is honestly, like, I might not do anything. I might not have sex or whatever. I just like to keep that urge going. And I might be feeling it within myself, you know what I mean? But it keeps that urge going for me. And then I feel like, you know, because I'm not married or anything and stuff like that. And I'm not in a relationship right now. So I feel like, you know, when I do have that choice or whatever, and I get that, it's my sex drive is already on 10. So then it's like, for me personally, I could be able to produce, you know, let it leash out or whatever. So I don't be, my sex drive is high, but I don't be sexually active every day or every, you know, other day or stuff like that. Even within myself, you know what I mean? It might be a couple times out the week or whatever, but I just like the imagination. I like my sex drive to keep, I like that Julian rush. Yeah. And I like to be able to choose who I can pour it out to, but that keeps my sex drive going. Is that Julian rush? Okay.
Last question. Is foreplay just sexual or can it be emotional too?
I think foreplay can be both. Okay. In a sense of a form. How can I put that? Because on the emotional side, I guess, I don't know. I guess for men, they might feel like they gotta, I don't know, how can I put that though? That's a good question. Because I feel like it could be both, but I'm just trying to explain, like, how could it be on the emotional side? Because you can't get your emotions involved into it. Okay. But yeah,
I think you kind of touched bases on that earlier though, when you were speaking about, like, even before getting to the bedroom, as far as the emotional aspect of foreplay would be you sending me a text like, hey, I'm just thinking about you. You getting me worked up, like, okay, he's thinking about me. So now you emotionally stimulate in my mind. So by the time I see you, it's going to go somewhere different. So I think that would be the emotional aspect of it. What you think?
I agree. I agree.
Okay. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is let her get into these toys that she brought over. And she's going to describe to us which each toy is. And she's going to be at the Women's Empowerment event. And if you would like to purchase toys from her, I'm going to put her Facebook up at the end of this podcast.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to start with one of my favorites. This is the rose right here with the dildo on the end. This rose is such your clitoris. You already know why you can use this at the same time. It do different type of vibrations. And I just love the way it feel. Like, man, this dangerous.
That's the killer.
I'll be thinking sometimes, like, if I'm gonna have a heart attack, because this right here, and you talking about women. Y'all would not know what's getting your soul sucked out. Forget what things. I'm sorry, men. Y'all do your thing. But I know what it's like now to understand what getting your soul sucked out. Because this rose, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And this is another rose that I have. You got just do the same thing as the other rose, suck your clitoris, but or however you want to use it on yourself. Then this you got the other end too for people that's into the butt or whatever, you know. But it do all different type of stimulations and stuff. This is one of my favorites as well.
Okay.
They both the same thing. The only thing is it's got the dildo on the end.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that too. This is another rose that I have. And this is the little one. This one got the tongue at the end of it. And then on this side it also slush your clitoris. But it do different vibrations and everything just as well.
Okay. So now are these battery operated or do you charge them? And
yeah, they have a charger.
Okay.
So you will charge them. So no, they're not battery operated.
Okay.
Also, I got the sex games as well.
Mm-hmm.
This called Talk, Flirt, and Dare.
I might have to get that.
Sex games are so fun.
Yeah.
The lubricant is edible flavor. You know, got all different type of edibles of that.
Okay.
We got the glass dildos, which personally I like them because they just pretty. But you know, this one is for the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got your, you know, dildos. But these are good though, you know, to use. Okay. I like them better than a rubber because they, you know, it's glass and you know, once it get lubricant on it, it's just so easy to use.
Okay.
It's so nice.
So now would you say that's better than like the rubber or the silicone dildos?
Yes, I would say that.
Okay.
It all depends on how you're using it though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you just laying on your back or whatever, just using this or whatever, you know, it'd be better. But you'll want to use the other dildos, rubber ones, if you know, they stick on your wall or something and you want to use it like that, you know.
Right.
Something that can move and you can move on. But if you just working yourself, I like those. Okay. And so I got the cock rings. This as well. You know, a lot of guys really be asking for these. I be like, oh, wow.
So wait, can you kind of explain to everybody what the cock ring is? For those that might not know.
Right. So the cock ring is, they put it on their penis, and I guess it's supposed to help them stay hard.
Oh, okay.
You know, I believe that's what it do. And it help them, I guess, look bigger too, you know. Okay. But it's supposed to, you know, gather everything all together, hold it in place. Okay. So, here's another sex game I got called Bedroom Demand. And a lot of these games, you can pretty much like make up your own kind of game to it and you utilize the cards with them. Okay. So that's how that goes.
That's pretty dope. I like it.
I got the sex, a year worth of sex cards. So it's just a year worth of different positions.
I might have to get that one too.
So I got this lubricating orgasm fluid. I like this. I like the way it feels. It's supposed to, you know, will make your pussy hole smaller or whatever for the ones that, you know, might need it. But I like the way this feels. It feels so awesome even by touching and when you use it, and just imagine like when he's going up in you and you using this, yeah, you gonna fit it. It gives you that orgasm for real. So I also got the remote vibrator. It comes with a remote, and you know, if you were to, you know, in a relationship, have a husband, you know, he you wear it, y'all go out to dinner or something and just have fun, and he and she and you will have it on, and he got the remote, and he's able to control the pussy.
I love it.
And you put it on, you be like, wait a minute, oh, like you play too much.
Yeah, parents don't be playing too much.
And so here's another one. It's the dildo connected to the this part right here, which sucks your clitoris, and this will fuck you at the same time. Also, different buttons on here, different vibrations and everything. This is dangerous too as well. Okay. And I like them because they not like too small as far as like putting up in you or whatever. Because of what it do to the other parts, you know what I mean? Right. It just like goes so perfect. Like it just like it feels so awesome. Right. I also have another vibrator that comes with the panties though, but this is just this comes with no remote. You just put it in your panties and you can turn it on and you use it like that.
Okay.
Also, this I have is also a sex swing, but it holds you. You wrap it around your door, and then what holds you? You put your legs in here, your arm, and it's 2 of them.
Okay.
You wrap it around your door. You'll close your door. And you got this, and so while he's fucking you, he can hold you. Like it's holding you up, and you can spread your legs all type of ways. This, that.
Okay.
He don't gotta hold you.
So wait, I got a lot of plus size viewers.
I know.
Is this plus size friendly, or are we gonna be falling off the door?
Right. That part I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
But I have it though.
Okay.
But I'm thinking like
it looks pretty.
Yeah,
it looks
I'm
like
thinking,
a stick.
yeah, because I seen that. I have a picture. I seen a big girl in it.
Okay.
Plus size.
Okay.
But instead of them like really moving out forward, it was just like she was just on the door and it would just have her legs up like that or whatever.
Okay.
So and she was able to hold on to the straps or whatever.
Okay.
So,
that's dope.
yeah, because all you do is put it like behind the door. You will close the door, so they got something that when you close the door, it will be stuck and it will hold the swing itself.
Okay.
And it will hang from
that's
the door.
dope. All of these are dope.
Yes.
Again, she's going to be at the Women's Empowerment on January 14th with the table. If you need to get a hold of her before then, how can I get a hold of you? Can you tell them your Facebook page?
Yes. My Facebook page goes by my name, which is Shante Ball, spelled SHAUNTEE, Ball, B as a boy, ALL. A lot of people always say Bell. It's Ball.
Okay.
And my Instagram, my IG, you can is MissMZ.PrivatePleasures, and that's my IG.
Okay, you heard it here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Miss Private Pleasure for coming on the show, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you. Hit me up. Follow me.